Coach Abby here with Effectus Athletics. I'm going to talk a little bit today about proactive versus reactive behaviors and how to be more proactive in decisions in life. So, the word reactive, meaning that you have no initiative. Your events set your agenda, basically by the tides of life. And I'll get into an analogy with tides and things like that. Each new wave, it's a surprise. It catches you off guard. You huff and puff and you scramble to react to it in order to just stay afloat. In contrast, the image we associate with proactivity, is one of the grace under stress. So to stay with the previous analogy of the waves, let's say you're in choppy waters. Now you look more at ease. It's not just that you anticipate the waves, you're in tune with the waves. You're not desperately trying to escape them, you're dancing with the waves. So, it would be great to dance with in the rhythm of life, using the flow of the events as a source of energy. But this is only possible to those people who are endowed with a proactive attitude. So I believe in being proactive is not just a mysterious quality of life, it's a skill or something that we can develop or strengthen as well. So, what is that skill and how can we strengthen that? So, being proactive is the same as being reactive. The only difference is that you're reacting ahead of time. So, let's go back to the two swimmers in the water, or in the choppy sea. The difference between them is that the proactive swimmer anticipates that there's going to be waves coming, whereas the reactive swimmer is surprised by every single wave that comes at them. The difference is one's perspective. The proactive swimmer sees the big picture. Each wave is not just an isolated incident, but is a part of a pattern, and they see that ahead of time. While there's stress with dealing with difficult situations in life, there is a consistency and logic to the environment. There's a degree of predictability. With the bigger picture in mind, a proactive swimmer is able to adapt to the ups and downs in life. So he learns the patterns of the waves from inside out, to get in tune with them, anticipates them coming. So being proactive means being able to anticipate the future and reacting accordingly before it actually happens. So, what is it that prevents the reactive swimmer from doing so? It could be lack of information. It could be lack of intelligence. There are plenty of events in life that we simply cannot predict, which, it could also be a lack of intelligence in that sense, and some people are just better than others in thinking of terms and patterns. But let's assume that both the reactive and the proactive swimmer have the same levels of information and intelligence. Then the difference between them would simply be that the proactive swimmer has enough energy to take in the available information and adapt to it. In contrast, the reactive swimmer is exhausted and overwhelmed, basically saying, "Someone get me out of here, please." So, what does this metaphor have to do with understanding how we can be more proactive in our life? There's three things. One, to be proactive, what you have to do is ask yourself what is likely to happen and react before it happens. Two, it takes energy to rise above the difficulties of the moment. See the big picture and make the changes you need to make. Three, sometimes you may not have the energy. At such times, it serves no purpose to criticize yourself for being weak. Think of your reactivity as a symptom instead of a failure. You need a break. If you need it, take it. So, the exhausted swimmer, let's just say they find a raft. From this stable vantage point, wouldn't he be better off seeing the bigger picture at this point? After some rest, taking a little breather, taking a step back, wouldn't he be better and able to deal with the pattern of the waves? Sometimes the most proactive thing you can do is just take a break, take a time out, use this to refocus on what you're doing and how you're doing it. Think of these things when making decisions in the gym as well, or in life, or in anything. If you can approach a situation with a different mindset, open, and you could probably potentially change everything. Take care of yourself and go into everything with a clear mind.